I'm going to preface this with we've been trying every week. I mentioned it that this is our fourth one in 4 weeks, our fourth show. We've been trying to come up with different cool things to do every week, and by cool things I mean that's like the worst way to put it, maybe, because we're trying to get together and bond and create love somehow in this crazy world. And we've been doing 3 shows the last 3 weeks on our own page on Nefesh Mountain called Songs of Love and Healing. And this is one that what did we call it? Like guitar songs and instrumentals. Because the truth is, my friends at Bourgeois Guitars, this, folks, is a Bourgeois guitar. And I'm going to do the whole show on a guitar. We're both going to sing this show. And we've prepared just another program that is so different from how we normally would think about putting a Nefesh Mountain set together, but creating a list of songs and instrumentals, some originals of mine, some songs of ours, and kind of a melange of tunes for you to enjoy. And hopefully it's been a rough week for many of us.
For all of us.
And personally, it's getting closer to home. And I'll talk more about that later. But let me start. I'll play a tune. I'm going to start with an instrumental. So Donnie's going to pop up and down.
I'll be back and forth, back and forth.
And here's a little medley for everybody. This is from the great Doc Watson. Something like that for Doc. That was a little medley put together. That's one that he used to play. A take on it, I guess. It's Fiddler's Dram, Whistling Rufus, and the great Ragtime Annie. And man, Doc is just, he's still lives on as being the great influencer of so many of us in every genre, and being that this is and actually one important thing is that Doc did play Bourgeois guitars, along with many people who I'll mention throughout the show, but it's just I'll talk about it more. Let's play another tune. So, folks, in case you don't know us, since we're on a different channel now and we're doing this takeover, our band is called Nefesh Mountain, and we're husband and wife. This is our home. Welcome.
We do have an actual band, but they're obviously not with us.
We have a whole band. We have a 5-piece band that we tour with. Who
we love.
Yeah, and the core is just Doni and I, and this is Doni. This is my wife. Everyone say hi. And we play bluegrass music. We're a bluegrass band. And just giving, in case many of you know us, but some of you that may not, a lot of our music is inspired by our heritage as Jewish Americans, and that's kind of the simplest way for me to put it. So we're going to sing a song that's actually coming out. We have a new record coming out. There's nothing explicitly Jewish about this song. There's no Hebrew necessarily, or there isn't, but it's a song that is. We try to get to, with putting these concerts together for everyone from week to week. Especially in these times, we're trying to figure out songs that have to do with this world that we live in, that are not just about anything else, but they're about connection, and and a lot of times that's what I feel from my Jewish heritage and my grandmother and my parents and all of this. So, you have anything you want to add on this song?
No, I guess the song is about, for me, it's about relationships, and we won't talk too much about it, but it's about the relationships you have with the people closest to you and the ones that you have with the people that you don't even know, just the people in this world. And I feel like, right now this world is so confusing with everybody not being able to be together. The song's called Somewhere on This Mountain. And so wherever you are, we're still on this mountain together, this crazy mountain of a world that we're living in. And it's for you, this song. It's a love song for you.
Laying backwards in the grass with the soft touch of twilight setting in. But now I'm all too often running through these days that quickly pass. Can't tell if it's me that's moving or just the wind. But when I see myself through the mirror of your eyes and hear the canyons in your voice, well, I can feel all the versions of myself coincide, as all my scattered pieces are rejoiced. So I don't mind the days among the uphill climb, when I'm lost among the mist and the trees, or when I lie awake under a lonesome sky. You're somewhere on this mountain, somewhere on this mountain. guess it's in my nature to push myself up to a place where it's beautiful but the air is far too thin. And since my good intentions can so often be misplaced, I just wind up off this trail yet again. When I see myself through the mirror of your eyes, hear the canyons in your voice, I can feel all the versions of myself come inside. Some of my scattered pieces are a joy, so I don't mind the days among the early line when I'm lost among the mist and the trees. But when I lie awake under a lonesome sky, you're somewhere on this mountain with me. Somewhere on this mountain with me. You're somewhere on this mountain with me. That was a new one. That's called Somewhere on This Mountain. I'm seeing something about a guitar. Can everyone see the guitar? That's an important thing for me right now, is that everyone can see it. We're trying to figure out how to angle the camera the best way. I just want to make sure y'all can see it. And I'm going to show you up close too. But is everyone doing? Here it is, by the way. Check out that mountain inlay. I'll say something right now about this guitar. I'm gonna talk about this throughout the show, since this is on the Bourgeois page, and since this is a takeover. This isn't just a guitar. This is a piece in our world in Nefesh Mountain. This is a piece of love that is a part of our family, and that might sound really silly to some that maybe don't play guitar, but this is something that when I've been playing guitar my whole life. And when you meet folks in the company that is building the guitar, that you know them personally and you know the love that gets put into it, it makes this world that seems so big really actually feel small. And like you can still connect to people in the same way that that you would have when bluegrass music and old time music and all the great folk traditions were made. It kind of really connects you back there. And I think that's what you always want from your instrument. And not only that's all well and good too, but this is also just the most beautifully made sounding guitar that keeps getting better. It's still new. There's a story I'm going to tell you all about it. I'll save that. It's still new, but it's helped me find my voice over these last few months of writing with it. And we have a new record which I recorded all the guitar parts with this guitar. So more on that soon. But in the spirit of finding your voice as an artist, or these days in general, I think I don't know what's real anymore. Nothing seems like it's real at all. I know I'm in my living room. I know I'm holding this guitar, but something just seems different in the world and kind of in the ether. And been thinking a lot about it. I think all of us probably are just trying to figure out who are we in this time. How do we fit in? And I'm going to play an instrumental that I wrote a while back that I've never recorded, and it's not actually still not recorded. But it's a song that I have a grandparent that I never met. My dad's father died before I was born, and I mentioned that we're Jewish, but my dad's father actually was Finnish and came from Finland, and I never met him. And it's kind of one of these things. I don't know how much it matters if I did meet him. I'm happy with my life, of course, that it is the way it is. But it's one of these questions. You wonder, who was this person, and what is this part of the world that is somehow maybe a part of me? And this is an instrumental I wrote just about kind of finding yourself, and it's called Finding Finland. There's a part 2 that I'm not finished writing to this. It's like Finding Finland Part 2, which is kind of a polska that I'm excited about. This one is kind of an introspective, ethereal there's nods to Scandinavian music and some of the Swedish, Finnish music. But hope you enjoy it. It's Finding Finland. That's the first time anyone's heard that song. That's Finding Finland. We'll see. That's the first draft of an instrumental, but I wanted to share that to you. That I actually was inspired by this guitar to write that particular song. Sometimes guitars just pull something out that you didn't think of, and there's something about the tone of this. This is actually a Brazilian rosewood guitar, and torrefied Adirondack top for the geeks like me out there who want to geek out about that. I'll show you another time. This is that mountain inlay, but there's something about this all that just means I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Why it is the way it is. Why I feel so drawn to this. More on that to come. What are we doing next?
We're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do an Ola Belle Reed song, which feels like a very appropriate song for right now. It's a song that's gonna be on our upcoming album as well. It was these crazy times, we're gonna all get through. We are, and I'm sure that each and every one of you has felt this, the sickness is getting closer and closer to all of us. It seems like everybody knows somebody or is with somebody or is somebody who's feeling this. And if you're one of those people, the only thing we can do is just believe that we're going to get through, and I know we are. The song that we're going to sing is called I've Endured, and it's about getting through these tough times.
I've endured.
Born in the mountains many years ago, I've climbed these hills and valleys through the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing and heard the thunder roll. I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? Barefoot in the summer and on into the fall. Too many mouths to feed, couldn't cook us all. We went to pray on Fridays to learn the golden rule. I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? Well, I've worked for the rich and I've lived with the poor. I've seen many heartaches and I've seen many more. I've lived love and sorrow, been through success's door. I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? Born in the mountains many years ago, climbed these hills and valleys through the rain and snow. Seen the lightning flashing and heard the thunder roll. I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure? I've endured, I've endured. How long must one endure?
A little bit of Ola Bell Reed for you guys.
Let's see if we have some friends on here. Can I see who's here?
Yeah, you can check it
Hi,
out.
friends. Oh, Mark, Debbie. Oh, we have friends here. Thanks for coming. Love you guys. Ami Monson. Thanks, everybody. So nice to see you again. This has literally been filling our hearts every single week. So nice to see Cheryl, Michelle. Thank you, guys. We love you. Hope you guys are all doing okay. All right, what's up next?
Up next, I'm gonna do one solo, another
Okay.
solo one.
I'll be back.
So hey friends, I mentioned this earlier. This is it's a chance for us to get together with you and just take a special time to sing songs we wouldn't normally sing. I've Endured is going to work its way into our set, our live show whenever we get back on the road. That's going to be a fun one to play. But this next one, I mean, this next one, but it's a song I never actually. I haven't played it in a long time, and it seemed like a song that would be appropriate for this week. Trying to put together some specifically guitar-oriented material, and of course, like any flat picker, I went back to Church Street Blues. the album, the Tony Rice record. And if for people out there who know that record, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know that record, you should. It'll probably get you through a lot of this being alone. Just that record alone, one of those desert island discs. And this is a song that I've always loved, and it's a song about empathy, and it's a song that I think speaks to these times. And I can't believe that Tony didn't write this song. But it's one that I learned from Tony Rice. And it's just a gorgeous song about caring for each other and about having a perspective other than your own in this world. And it's called The Streets of London. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market? He's kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes. And in his eyes you see no pride, and there, loosely at his side, is yesterday's paper. He's telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? You say for you that the sun don't shine. Well, let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old gal? She walks the streets of London. There's dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. Well, she's no time for talking. She just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in 2 carrier bags. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? And you say for the sun don't shine. Well, let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the old night cafe at 11:15, the same old man, he's sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? And you say for you that the sun don't shine. Well, let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? His memory fading with the metal ribbon that he wears. And in the winter city, the rain cries a little ditty for one forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? You say version of Streets of London that I got off of that amazing Church Street Blues record of mostly Tony playing solo guitar on that. Streets of London.
That's beautiful.
All right, more surprises, more fun tunes.
This is so fun. I get to come on, I come off. I get to see who's watching. Say hi to everybody. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Lovey. This is Doni Zaslav. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Thanks everyone for being here. Whoever is here, I'm going to look at these comments later and feel way more connected. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And buckle in because we have more music. I played this one on one of our live shows a few weeks ago, and I wanted to play it again. It's just become one of my favorite songs. It's an Irish song. I don't know the full backstory of what it's about, but I got it from the Bothy Band. It's a song called Callum Sager. We're not going to sing it because I don't think we're we're not going to sing it, but I'm going to play a little instrumental version of it, and then we're going to go into another surprise little cover that I also think that speaks to these times. Callum Sager and then Mystery Song. Well, the sun is surely sinking down, and the moon is slowly rising. This old world will still be spinning around, because I still love you. So close your eyes, you can close your eyes, it's alright. And I don't know love songs, and I can't sing these blues anymore, but I can sing this song. You can sing this song when I'm gone. Well, it won't be long now before another day. Oh, we're gonna have a good time. Nothing now can take that time away. sing this song when I'm gone. So close your eyes. You can close your eyes. It's alright. I don't know no love songs. I can't sing these blues anymore. But I can sing this song. But you can sing this song when I'm
We don't get to sing these songs usually. This
No,
is such a
it's
special
just,
thing for us.
and honestly, we're just being selfish because it's
get-
songs we
we
like
like to
and we
sing
want to
that
sing. But I know that there's songs that everyone likes. Come on, who doesn't need a little James Taylor right now? All right, what are we doing next?
Do a really special song to honor your grandma.
Sorry about the tuning on that last one, folks. I will say that was my fault and not the guitar's fault.
He's obsessed with his guitar, if you hadn't noticed. When you first got this guitar, remember
I'm so
you
obsessed with
literally...
being in tune, so that's...
I know, but remember when I just didn't see him for like a whole week. It was like he just disappeared. Love it.
I do love it.
We do love... We love our friends at Bourgeois. We do. They're really wonderful people. I feel really grateful. So thanks for having us, Bourgeois.
So I'm gonna play these two instrumental songs, a little medley, brand new ones. These are both on our upcoming album. They're recorded, but they're not. It's not out yet. But we want to share them with you, and we're gonna dedicate. You know, I had that song "Finding Finland." If you were with us earlier in this program, I wrote a song for somebody I never met, a grandfather that I never met, that came from our roots in Finnish roots there. But there's the other side of my family that I have known my whole life, on my mother's side, specifically my grandmother and grandfather, Thelma and Bernie. My family there and all of the heritage that is infused in our Jewish lives come from Eastern Europe. And a couple years ago now, or a year and a half, we had a trip to Eastern Europe, to these towns where our families were from, in Ukraine and Poland. And my family, turns out, is from the Carpathian Mountains. So we're mountain people, which was very exciting. And we drove down through and over the Carpathian Mountains into this town. And it kind of blew me away. It's beautiful out there. And I wrote this song because, I don't know if you guys can, okay, internet connection available.
Good.
No, okay.
Oh.
So I named this song. This is a song called "By the Carpathian Candlelight," and it's a song that's dedicated to all of our ancestors, and specifically my grandmother right now, who's not well. So and this is about the town she came from, and I pictured our families hundreds of years ago in little houses in the Carpathian Mountains, lighting the candles on the Sabbath as they would, and without electricity, and that being the glow and the warmth and the light that they had from the universe and from the candles. And so this is a little medley I'm gonna play. I haven't played this yet live, but this is by the Carpathian Candlelight, and then I'm gonna follow it with a song that I did a duet on the record, and with Brian Sutton, one of my heroes. And we did a guitar duet, and it's called David and Goliath. You'll have to just picture Brian doing amazing things while I play. And so that's David and Goliath coming after it. But first, this is by the Carpathian Candle. Thanks for listening to that. That was by the Carpathian Candlelight from my grandmommy, and this duet called David and Goliath. Clearly, it was just a solo there. Keep an eye out for that on the next record. David and Goliath is a fun one. All right. What?
Awesome. I love that one.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How are you
This
doing?
is the coolest concert for me. I'm so happy. I hope everybody's having a good time and getting through all this together. I do love doing concerts barefoot.
That's sweet.
It's pretty awesome.
For
In our living room.
for friends that have been joining us weekly, we're doing another concert next week, same time, same place. I guess we'll be back on our Nefesh Mountain channel then. But if you haven't seen us, come join us. We do a lot more of our songs and singing. I also do happen to play banjo in the band, so I'll be playing kind of a couple different instruments. But as far as guitars, this is the holy grail for me here, and I'm excited to be talking to the folks. Every guitar I've played, there's certain guitar makers, and I say all this just talking about guitars because we live in this world now that when everything stops, it becomes apparent that we all need art, we all need music, and we need instruments, and we need to be able to create and feel things that we wouldn't that sometimes we take for granted when we're just flying around all the time. And as much as we're anxious to get back on the road and see our friends and be with our band and all this stuff, I'm grateful for that wisdom that the universe has given us, that we can slow down and really think about important things. And the arts are one of them, folks. And I know that you all know that, or I hope you know that. So when I talk about guitars, I'm not just talking about like some cool kind of gear thing, although it is that and it's awesome. I'm talking about a way, a portal that gets you through into this world where you can transcend yourself and music. And I've found, and this is no joke, I found with these guitars, with these Bourgeois guitars, I found that portal. It feels like I'm able to make the music that comes out. And there's so many great artists who play Bourgeois guitars. Guys like Trey Hensley, when he plays a Bourgeois, it's his thing. It's his portal. And for me, this guitar speaks to me. And we tried to put together a program tonight that kind of has these different elements of like traditional stuff, maybe some Doc Watson, some Ola Bell Reed, some James Taylor, and it all seems to kind of feel like me on this thing. And yeah, I'll stop gushing for now. Here's another medley. We're gonna go deep into medley world here for you. These are more songs of love and healing, and we hope you enjoy them.
When streams are ripe and swell with rain, there she will stay, resting in my arms again. She'll change her tune. In restless walk she'll prowl the night. July she will fly and give no warning to her flight.
just in case you don't know, the name of our band is Nefesh Mountain. Nefesh means soul. So we try to just put our heart and souls out there in everything that we do. Like we all do, but Nefesh means soul, if you didn't know. And the next song we're going to sing is a new song with asking questions to the universe. We think sometimes the answers to the biggest questions come in nature and in the world around us. And you'll know what I mean when we sing this song. But I want to take a minute and I want to ask if anybody has somebody in their life who is sick with this virus or just sick, who is alone, who is in trouble. If you want to just put their names on the feed so that we can like put them into the universe and like put love on them. I'm not going to type in, but Eric's grandmother, Thelma Ryder, is one of those people. My sister's father-in-law, Alan Nelson, is one of those people. I know we all have those people. Please, if you want to put their names up, just pour love on them together.
Sung beside the seas and tides, so still must be out on the waters, still on the waters. Where, oh where is the wisdom sought by the many before us? Well, she was there inside the tree of life, so still must reside in the forest. Their heads on the flower beds, far, it's right where you are. It's always been in the arms of each other.
We're going to close this little medley with a Jewish song. This is called Oseh Shalom, and it's an ancient prayer of peace. It's a prayer asking for peace. And you know, a lot of times we talk about what we do, Donnie and I, singing Jewish related music, sometimes prayerful, sometimes just cultural. In this world, in the Americana world, and it's kind of like doing a trust fall, I think, with the audience, with you all, and it's scary a lot of the time, because I think largely we, like so many people, groups of people, are misunderstood, but this song is really what I'm about, and for anyone watching that knows that, okay, I'm Jewish, she's Jewish, and we want more peace, and we love you. And that's the truth. And this is a song that kind of sums that up.
Oseh Shalom Nimroma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. 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 Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imenu. Amen. Oseh Shalom Nimroma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Nimroma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu.
All right. Friends, thank you for joining us tonight. We've got one more song for you. I don't even know what time it is, because my clock is on my phone, and my phone is what I'm staring at right now. It's 4:07. Sorry, stupid joke. Friends, we are definitely going to be missing you, and we're going to be doing this weekly again. And I want to thank Andrew and James and Dana Bourgeois and all of our friends there that have supported us, that have stood behind us. It is sorry to get a little vulnerable, but it is scary sometimes. It's scary enough being an artist and a guitar player in this world. It's even scarier when you play banjo. But Bourgeois makes it easy for me on guitar. But it's hard enough as an artist, and trying to be yourself out there and put something out. It means the world that you're here and that you do support us. We need to support each other during these times, and it means the world that you're here and that we can stay connected. Please, people have asked us if they can donate some money or if there's like a Venmo thing, and I think that there's many organizations like Music Cares that are, and we can look out there. I haven't done enough research into what that is, but right now we're just kind of doing this out of love for each other and for Bourgeois guitars. And really thank you everybody there for this kind of artist takeover. Hopefully we get to do this again. And we're going to leave you here with a tune, a song that I love, that I first heard Doc Watson do it, and then I heard Brian Sutton do it, and then I heard everyone, lots of other people doing it. But it's a great tune that is a nice closer, especially after some heavy stuff. I'm going to try to leave you with a little bit of a smile. Lay down this old guitar. Oh, I'm capoed wrong, sorry. Let's do it in the key we practiced in. How about not B flat? How about A? Good thing we're just in our living room.
Yeah, that's good.
And not at the Opry or something.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more. I'm
Ready.
Eric Lindbergh, by the way. This is Doni Zasloff. Our band is called Nefesh Mountain. It's been an honor to do a Bourgeois Guitars Takeover. I think we're going to do this again. And by the way, talking to Andrew over at Bourgeois, I think many artists are going to try to jump on this, hopefully over the weeks, and we're excited to hear more from them. Go to bourgeoisguitars.com just to check out. This guitar, by the way, that I'm playing is a...
They can see
okay,
it.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
This is a large sound hole OM inspired by the great Tony Rice's guitar, the Clarence White guitar. It's an OM size, and we love it. I also say one more little thing. Andrew designed the mountain, And they also designed, this is the inlay on the top called Tree of Life, which is coincidentally a name of a song that we wrote for the Jewish community of Pittsburgh. And it means a lot that we got to do this show with everybody and to spend some time with you. I didn't read any of the comments because I was too far away, but it's nice to see y'all.
Thank you so much, everybody.
And we'll be back for more. And thanks for hanging out. Thanks everybody. Thanks Bourgeois. Thanks friends.
Everybody. We'll see you guys next week also on the Nefesh Mountain page for Songs and Healing.
Yeah, and we'll have some more surprises there, some different covers and stuff, and some new Nefesh Mountain tunes. But stay tuned for more, and just be safe. Hey,
Banjo.
there's our cue.
Banjo's back.
Doggy needs a walk.
Doggy needs a walk.
We love you. Stay safe,
Bye.
please.
Thank
Love
you.
Bye.